Scripture-inspired mindset shifts for overcoming fear. Are you tired of fear holding you back? Imagine waking up and making decisions without anxiety whispering in your ear. Imagine living with peace, clarity, and confidence. Today, we're exploring powerful, scripture-inspired mindset shifts that will help you transcend fear and step boldly into the life God designed for you. Because the truth is, you don't have to live in fear anymore. What if the secret to overcoming your deepest fears has been in front of you all along? What if the wisdom of Scripture could shift your perspective so completely that fear no longer controls your choices? Get ready, because the biblical insights we're diving into today will unlock a new level of courage, resilience, and inner peace you never thought possible. We all face the unseen battle of fear, that paralyzing grip, that voice that says, "You can't." But today, we flip that script. Picture yourself rising with unshakable courage, facing challenges not with dread, but with divine strength. Let's go deeper into ancient wisdom, timeless truths that will reshape how you see fear, not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. Mindset shift 1. Recognizing the source of true security. Fear grows when we feel unprotected or alone. But Scripture reminds us that God's presence surrounds us, supports us, and strengthens us. Fear thrives on the illusion of vulnerability. Faith breaks that illusion. When you shift your focus from your own limitations to God's unlimited power, fear begins to dissolve. Start noticing your fear triggers, and the moment they arise, counter them with a declaration of divine protection. God is with me. I am not alone. This simple shift rewires your emotional response and roots you in supernatural confidence. Mindset shift 2. Embracing courage through divine authority. Many people turn to Scripture only for comfort, but the Word also gives us authority. Verses that command us to be strong and courageous aren't suggestions, they are divine instructions. They empower us to stand boldly in the face of fear. There's a difference between human courage and God-inspired courage. Human courage depends on circumstances. Divine courage flows from knowing who stands beside you. Choose a scripture and turn it into your courage mantra. Speak it whenever fear tries to creep in. Let the truth reshape your response to challenges. Mindset shift 3. Seeing beyond the storm. Fear magnifies the moment. It zooms in on threats and blinds you to the bigger picture. But Scripture teaches us to lift our eyes, to look beyond the temporary storm, and to hold onto an eternal perspective. When you see your situation through God's promises, the power of fear shrinks instantly. Suddenly, what felt overwhelming becomes manageable, because you are no longer looking at the storm, you are looking at the one who calms it. Try this reflection. Imagine yourself years from now, looking back at the fear you're facing today. See yourself victorious. See how God worked it out. That future perspective brings strength into your present moment. Mindset shift for active faith. Moving with divine confidence. Faith is not just belief, it's movement. Scripture is filled with people who acted even when they were terrified. They didn't wait for the fear to disappear. They stepped out in faith, and that faith became their shield. God doesn't ask you to have all the answers. He asks you to take the next step. Identify one small action you can take this week, an action fear has been blocking. Then take that step with God. When faith moves, fear loses its grip. Fear doesn't have the final say, God does. When you shift your security to Him, courage rises. When you embrace divine authority, your boldness awakens. When you see beyond the storm, peace returns. And when you walk by faith, fear falls silent. You were not created to live afraid. You were created to live free, courageous, and confident in God's power.